Greetings, folks. What it do? I hope you're treating yourselves oh so well, and of course others. My name is Claire, and this is a channel where we like to do tarot readings. Today, we're delving into the person on your mind, what their intentions are with you. This could be a new person, or if you're feeling like spinning the block, if this person is full of malice, or if they care or don't care. So this person's intentions with you, and let's get to the bottom of it. All right, pile one. Okay. The multitude of reasons I love this card. The background, the horse, the armor on the knight. Okay, so this is the Knight of Wands, and you are certainly someone this person finds attraction to. There's something about they wish you would be more forthright with your thoughts or your emotions. It's almost as though this person is definitely someone who doesn't like to be tied down. And that was maybe a point of contention, or they're feeling remorseful that they couldn't speak their truth to you. Oh my gosh. The Five of Cups. And it was puzzling. For some reason, I stared at this card and my mind just went blank. So I think that this person doesn't know what to think of you. They know that things have been spoiled in a lot of ways. They've done you a foul, but they don't know how much they've poisoned the well towards if you would try again, or if you even like them as a person. They know that because this was the Five of Cups and it was in reverse. So it almost feels like this person feels that how they are is not necessarily bad, or maybe they think that you assume that they're doing that they're worse than they are. This person definitely assumes that you think the worst of them, especially at this point in time. I'm hearing hateration, holleration. Maybe they like the light side of you. They enjoy the jokes between you. I think you have very similar personalities, but they don't know how to express what they want. First of all, it makes them cringe a little bit to express deep emotions. They have never really delved deeper past the hurts they felt in relationships. I think that this person is very standoffish. They held you at a distance because they do like you, but they're very fractured. They've never really addressed what they've been through. They kind of just wear it on their person, and it almost feels like they're being weighed down by not implementing better habits or knowing how to speak their truth to you. There's something about, this is the Nine of Swords. This card's come up a lot recently. Nine of Swords in reverse. So it is a nightmare. I don't think that this person did as many bad things as you assume they do. They are calculated and kind of elusive, and you feel that. So naturally you assume that they're being really destructive, or you assume they're held back, shy nature, the way that they don't know how to express themselves. I think that you took that as them trying to get one over on you, or trying to do something behind your back. And I don't think that's necessarily as true as it might have appeared. This person is running on low faculties, or something about they don't have a lot of beliefs. This person floats through life. This person floats through life. They're very social. They're very engaging, exciting, surface level though. And you are someone who has a lot of beliefs. You have a lot of things that you enjoy doing. You're more inward bound and this person is more outward, and because of that you assumed that they put other people before you. And there's something about this person just doesn't know how to express deeper deeper desires and emotions. 5, 6, 7. And it almost seems like they were trying to get away with smaller things, or like on low resolve, keeping you at a distance because they felt that they're hiding something. For sure, there's something about they have something to deal with on the low, maybe loose ends or something in their life that they are putting up with. There's something about that, it doesn't keep them from wanting you or desiring closeness to you, but there's something that they had to keep you maybe at a distance because they hadn't worked through something in their life, maybe family matters, health matters, mental issues. There's something hidden for sure, and they were trying to get away with figuring that out while almost climbing a mountain. I'm hearing climbing a mountain. So I think that this person has a lot that they're working on in their life, and they wanted to keep you around through that without understanding how to tell you what all is going on. Maybe they thought it was too much of a plight to be honest with someone is too much of a risk for them, or to be completely open is nerve-wracking to this person. In Page of Swords in reverse. Now, because you've distanced yourself, I love the colors in this. You distance yourself from this person, and they know why, but it's made it all the more difficult to approach you. This person desires to lightly nudge you. They desire your attention, your affection, a lot from you. They do want to delve deeper, but alas, you breaking away from them, or the distance between you guys, has made it feel near impossible to. They know that you don't want to be entangled in destructive behavior, or they're fearful that they would just ruin things again or be annoying to you in some way by popping up back into your life. And also there's the remaining, all those other things that they didn't elaborate on. Sorry about that. There's all these other things that they didn't elaborate on beforehand, and they just feel just this immense weight about the past things that they didn't get to tell you, or they couldn't relieve your stress before. They're worried that they're only going to make it worse yet again. And they don't know where you stand. Again, they find you very intriguing. 5, 6. Oh, and 6. They find you worth the effort and communication. They do want to try with you. They very seriously and honestly would know how to envelop a better communication style. It's almost like this person wants to grow through you and with you, but they don't want to waste your time if it all falls away. This person just doesn't know the results. They want to try, but they also don't want to be hurt or burdensome, heavy to you. They don't want to be a nag, or they want to try. And they feel like now they're looking at you a lot. They're studying you, observing you. I love the weight scales in this. And the colors are very rich. And this, it almost feels like the time has allowed this person to be enamored with you enough to find ways that they might know. This person has thought about you a lot and thought about the ways that they would tell you what they need to say to you. And it's almost like they get a little frozen when it comes to approaching you. Or the Queen of Cups, they want you to be happy with them. They want you to be, they even like your sass. They enjoy your, it's almost like you have a sharp tongue, or you could be a little pig-headed. There's something that this person really enjoys about your attitude, and they don't want to let you go. This person doesn't want to let you go. They think about you all the time. The colors in this, again, just kind of, it almost feels like you make this person feel naturally themselves, and romantic, amorous, creative. There's so many things that you bring to the table just by being yourself around this person, and it really makes them feel more naturally themselves. But they are a weirdo, kind of. I don't know if that's the right word. They're estranged from their how to feel deeper, to feel loved, to express what they want. It's almost like it's hard for them to make eye contact and have a deep conversation, or they haven't done that with you because there's just been a mishandling in the past, and they're trying to figure out how to maybe get you in a spot where you will communicate with them openly and honestly. They want a pureness with you. They want a sweetness with you. They cherish your patience towards them. There's a certainty with that. And the Two of Swords, I think that there's a matter of timing with this too. The Two of Swords is a beautiful card to end this with, because maybe you've been fearful of, like, will this pass me by? Knowing that the things that are for us in life, it doesn't work like that. It's a timing for sure with this one. I assume you have almost wanted to reach out with this person as well. They've been thinking about you heavily. That you're stuck on their mind, you're set on their mind, and you're in their will. And I think life is kind of orchestrating a way for you guys to naturally come back around each other, a event, a space, something about a lightheartedness, but a frame where you guys can be back at 0 and 1, to like where you can start to grow again. And I think that there's a natural progression to coming back together that is coming for you both. And I think that this person is anticipating that, and maybe you as well. But with that, you gotta know I love you. Alrighty, pile 2. Howdy. So this is the person on your mind, their intentions with you, and this relationship, or what's between you guys, if it is fraught with difficulty, or what this person thinks currently. So let's get to the bottom of it. Thank you for being here. Pile 2, this person's intentions. Okay. Alrighty, the King of Cups. You are very sturdy. This person thinks of you as domesticated in a lot of ways. There's something, you enjoy your routines, you enjoy what you like. You're very hostile towards unjust behavior. You don't like littering, people trashing things, a lot of yelling unnecessarily. You don't enjoy watching fights or being a part of it. You're easygoing, very comforting, very relaxing. You enjoy going on drives. You love environmental engage or stimulation. You love to go on a good car ride or see visual things that are pretty. You're easy to do stuff with, but you are super calculated about your everyday life. You love a routine. the things that you do them for a reason. There's very little room for nonsense. And that's become very obvious to a lot of people that you're definitely sharp as a tack. You can't get a lot of things past you. You're observant, and you know what you like and know what you don't like, and you're willing to just kind of cut ties easily. Three of Pentacles in reverse. You're unidentified in the field of what you want, kind of. Maybe you have something about your life that is undetermined, whether it be a job, a location, a lifestyle. You're in the ether right now in a lot of ways. There's people watching to see what your next move will be out of necessity. There's something about you need to make a decision, and people know the type of person you are. It's going to be interesting to watch how you move. You're addicting in a lot of ways, the Strength in reverse. I think you have a lot of people weak in the knees, and it's kind of obvious. You've been called conceited, perhaps, in some ways, or I think a lot of people have watched you walk away from situations for betterment of mental health. You enjoy your own company, or it's hard to be in your company in general. Perhaps you're very busy, even if you don't have a lot going on, or what we just said. I think you're trying to identify a lot of things in your life, and it's hard to get your attention and keep it. I love that these cards, colors, it's the green, red, and blue. There's even some yellow in there. But these cards, colors, it almost seems like things are unfolding for you, and you're kind of waiting it out and not giving too much information. But you calm this person. You make this person want to try to be better, even though it seems maybe there's a feeling. There's definitely a feeling. The Ace of Cups. There are people that are definitely trying to be, because they know that you're trying in a lot of ways. You're motivational in the way that you attain things or how you go about life. I think you give advice out, or the way that you conduct yourself is motivating to a lot of people. You are either very muse-like, or just you put the fire under people's ass, so they want to try in their own lives in whatever way that they can. The Ace of Cups, though, you're something to be very desired, or you have qualities that come naturally to you that are very desirable. Something about the way that maybe you look, the way you act, maybe you're naturally funny, or people like the way that you speak, people like the way that you move in some way, maybe the way you engage in what you do. It's almost like your approach towards something. So either, like, you know how people love the way some people's mouths move, or the way people dance. There's something about you that has a shining, very shiny aspect. It's captivating. You are captivating, and I think you captivate a lot of people. So it's the boundaries that you have needed to take on to supply the amount of people to hold people at a distance. Like, you attract so many people constantly that you have needed such boundaries to be in place that you are standoffish. You are someone who, the Knight of Cups, as soon as you realize something is not naturally for you or not naturally progressing, you will no longer have it in your sights. And I think recently someone has lost a lot of the spark, or you bring a cue to life. It's almost like you saturate colors when you're around. You bring a creative spark. When you are in people's lives, it almost charges their life up, gives them grace, gives them a glow, a ability to have more opportunity. That even if you are not the most successful person, you tend to be in environments and enhance them easily. And this person recently has found a cold blue without you, someone that you have left behind in sights of more engaging lifestyle. You wanted better for yourself and you left someone behind, and this person is in a cool, calm, remorseful, in thought state now. This person is in a cool blue state, is what I want to say, like in a chill. They have found it very hard to replace you or find anything like you. They feel weighed down by their feelings towards you, and it's a contemptuous feeling a little bit. The Page of Wands in reverse. You have made this person feel a little awkward in their approach towards some things, or you have made them want to try things that make them feel on edge. Or this person is trying new things in their life because they're trying to fill a void in certain ways, or you have made them feel motivated, or it feels like things have slipped between their fingers recently, and because of that, they're kind of wrapped up in their own life. They're kind of trying to figure out what ways to engage in their own life. And this person is definitely mentally fractured a little bit. They're scatterbrained. The Two of Swords. Okay, we got this in the last card reading as well. The Two of Swords is a beautiful card of waiting and waiting for information. It's almost like this person is feeling spread thin because they don't have the equity, the resolve. They're waiting for something to come into their life. Maybe they feel low in resolve, or they're waiting for payments. They're waiting for something to come towards them that they anticipate in their life to enhance their life so that they can more ideally approach really you. I think that this person has felt foolish in a lot of ways. They have not known how to identify what they were doing. They're spread thin, so they couldn't tell you if they wanted something with you. They couldn't tell you what they were after. They didn't really know. They were kind of in a waiting game, and because of that, you don't know each other so deeply, and for that, they feel as though you've slipped through the cracks. Like, you don't care because you don't know anything about them. They didn't give you anything to envelop yourself in. They gave you so little to apply yourself to that they even wonder if you feel anything at this point, or if you're just a really nice person towards them, because I don't think there's hostility or animosity. It just seems as though this person feels very hopeless right now. They feel very like they are waiting for things to come in, their harvest to come in. They've reaping what they sow, but in a beneficial way, because you have made them want to try in a lot of ways, but they're being held back by life. They feel the want to push forward in a lot of things in their life, but nothing is either working or they're having to wait a lot. Things are getting caught up. The Page of Pentacles. Yeah. A card of, again, the harvest. I think that this person is waiting to grow a little bit more before they can express anything to you. They feel that they don't have a lot to give or a lot to surrender at this point in time. Like they wouldn't be any different if they came back into your life, circled back. They don't feel as though that they would be able to supply any difference in your life, and they are a little stingy when it comes to when they don't have a surplus of things in their life. They rather not talk about it or give too much. This person wants to be around you, but they have very little to give. And because you put up a distance between them, I think that they are hesitant to do anything at this point in time. They're kind of taking things one day at a time, and that's such is the nature of the Two of Swords. It's kind of a waiting game. You're treading water, as is this person. I think that there's a lot of, hey, you got the less saturated form of these colors again. The blue, the green, and the red. So I think this is something about lightening the loads for both of you. I think there was a timing that needed to occur to allow this person, let's see, one more card, or actually two more cards. Two of Wands and then the Queen of Swords in reverse. It almost feels like this person is getting the mental wherewithal because they think that you are someone who does not care any longer, that they didn't supply enough for you to even understand them as a person. They think that maybe you think this person doesn't know what you think. In the Two of Wands, they almost have something in their life right now that is keeping them from you. They have obligations or this systematic way of being that they are caught up in right now. Something about life is preventing them from being able to communicate with you, or they might consume your thoughts because they're thinking of you a lot. But there's something about this snake around this person's neck with the Two of Wands. There's a serious decision that this person needs to make. They need to make the move. This person needs to make the move towards you. This person needs to make efforts towards you. They need to identify what they truly want in some ways, form, or fashion. There's something about loose ends, and they need to be honest with themselves. I think that there's a lot going on in this person's life. They're spread really thin, and they have not identified fully what they want. So they will remain kind of in limbo. So with that, they think about you a lot. They have a decision to make either towards you or to continue on the lifestyle that they're at. But yeah, they're not at that point yet. And I think that the Queen of Swords in reverse, maybe you not showing your emotions openly is best as well. Not feeding into this person's games, or this person obviously gets something out of your engagement at this point in time, and the less you can give them, the more prompt they're distracted because they have a little bit from you or something like that. They're getting little bits and pieces from you, and because of that, they are kind of surviving on that instead of making it a immediate decision. So they need to stop feeding off of your light or getting small bits of you in some way, form, or fashion. That needs to happen for sure. I would fully cut this person off or fully let them know what it is, but they need to make decisions for themselves and be able to stop being destructive or giving themselves. They're not in a growing state right now where they need to be in order to be worth your time and effort. So with that, you gotta know I love you. Alrighty, pile 3. So this is the person's intentions with you. So whoever is on your mind, heavy, or a new person, this is their intentions with you, and I hope the messages are helpful. Okay, let's get it. Your card was the 5 of Swords. Aye, okay. So the 5 of Swords is about, I always like to, or in my older readings, I would say, where'd they get the knife from? So the 5 of Swords kind of makes me think of someone who has been playing a game or playing the field, someone who's been playing dirty, though. So maybe you have felt someone be calculated, or you've seen someone lie. Witnessing someone lie, I think, is a main thing in this. With the Page of Wands, you have identified something off about a person, and it almost feels as though there are redeeming qualities, but at the same time, there are a lot of, you can put in a list form, a nice little listicle of all the reasons, obviously, how this person does not have your best interest at heart. The 2 of Cups. Wow, wait a second. The Page of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. Someone turning things around from a place where you did not trust them. I think that there was a bountiful, you get a good feeling from someone, but there was a cornucopia of reasons why you had to cut things off at one point in time. The 2 of Cups, this person has been longing for you ever since. Heavy on their mind, maybe they have looked elsewhere, looked outwards. This might have been a person that you have not seen for a while, or quite a amount of time between you. I want to say this person has tried to distance themselves from you, and alas, it is very dismal. They've played the field. They've done a lot of things. Kind of, I want to say in spite of you, because maybe you hurt this person deeply. Something about you not willing to speak to them. You haven't been willing to engage in what you considered ill-fitted. You didn't consider this person after a point in time. Maybe you had seen enough from them. They didn't communicate properly. You detangled yourself from this person's ways because there was a silence, a growing silence. And the Page of Pentacles, this person has thought very heavily about the they think about you and your perspective in a weird way. Like, they go through motions. This person daydreams about you a lot, for sure. They think about your perspective on how you would take things that they have put you through. This person has no doubt been a source of, they have calloused you in some way. They've been a source of deceit or contempt, ill-fitted behavior, they have not acted properly towards you at one point in time in their life, and they know that you will not forget that, and you haven't forgot that. They know that you are a seriously compatible, you're sweet, you're kind, you're content in a lot of ways in your life. So you don't want to give effort and time to someone who has naturally run you ragged or had ill will towards you. I keep on getting that something about this person made you feel sick or got you sick. This person has done something that crossed a line with you. Maybe you were really lovesick over this person. There's just something about the Chariot in reverse. They know that you don't consider them in a lot of ways. They know that you are not on your way to them. You are not trying to engage with them in any way. You are kind of going about your life the best that you can, and they are recognizing that you're willing to do whatever you need to for the betterment of your life. You aren't going to let yourself fall into gross habits or people that are whack. It's like the Five of Wands. I keep on hearing like pink, pink, pink. So this person thinks that maybe you have a lot to say to them, or you would be very crude or crass, that you would tell them exactly how you feel, and they don't want to fight with you. This person doesn't want to fight because one thing, they are a little intimidated by you. They're kind of scared. They think that you certainly would get some hits in on them. Not physically, obviously. That's no good. But you would verbally splay them. You would it wouldn't be good for their mental self. They don't want to fight with you. They want to be able to come towards you and just tell you how they feel and not fall apart or not feel emotionally inclined by that. This person doesn't want to fight for the sake of bickering. They would want to get something out of it. They would want to progress in some way. It's almost like a I choose you sort of feeling, but they know that that came at the expense of time, mental growth. Like, they know that you had to deal with a disingenuous side of them. They know that there would be very little for you to trust off rip. They think about you. They think about your side of, they know you're intelligent. They are very similar to you, maybe kind of two peas in a pod sort of feeling. The Death in reverse. I love this card. It's so cute. They think you are adorable and scrumptious and don't want to give you up. And the thought, they've never let you go. They've always thought they knew they were going to come back to you even while they were doing things to try to get over you. They know, they have a feeling deep down of very sincere, workable feelings and love. This person actually does feel love for you, and I'm like holding back a little bit of a cry. So it almost feels like you make this person very emotional. They don't know how they would speak to you and not become overwrought with either like tears. They've had so much held in for so long that they feel it will overdo it in some way to you. Like, they feel that they might come on too strong because they really do deeply not want this to end. They don't want to fall apart mentally. There's something about holding you at a distance is safer right now because they hate the idea of really cutting things off. They know that maybe they put you, the Three of Cups maybe if you knew the extent of what they had done, you might never talk to this person again. They might have put you in a third-party situation, or they lacked the dignity to tell you that they were choosing between you and someone else, or there's something about they kept you out of their life and at a distance because they were hiding a lifestyle from you, hiding you from other people or like friend groups. They didn't want to let you into their life fully at one point in time because they were hiding you, for that just being them wanting to act single, or they were scared of showing you to other people because they didn't want other people to get entangled, or like they didn't want you to become friends with their friends and it become hard to cut ties with you if they needed to. There's something about they treated you very poorly in the past, very callous, kind of deranged. This person did not act in a character where they think that you, if you knew the extent of it, you would trust them ever again. And because of that, this person is very masterful, very maniacal, but also coming around to the idea that their ways were very wrong. They feel very burdened. They are feeling the depths of their emotions because they know that you aren't caring for them. You don't carry the weight of, it's almost like you are not burdened by this person because you can feel that they were not to be trusted. The Seven of Wands in reverse. This person does want to tell you the truth. They don't know if you will take it well or what you will do. They want to let you in fully to their life, and that's like on all the secrets that they kept. And it doesn't feel like they kept secrets to hurt you, more so they just didn't, you came into their life like a whirlwind and they didn't want to let you go, and with that a host of other entanglements, issues. Because they didn't approach things properly, they became very heavy and desperate in their life, and they couldn't tell you everything at once. They didn't have the willpower, they didn't have the manpower, the willpower, the wherewithal to tell you at a point in time. And I think this person really does want to tell you the truth in a lot of ways, whether you care to let them back in or not. They do want to tell you the truth and have a conversation of levity. This person wants to be honest with you. They want to be true, and they want to see if it's worth fighting for, you guys, because I think that you weigh very heavily on them. And one more card, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I think that this person has found a lot of ways that without you, their life is fraught with mundane. They have dealt with, their life is more boring feeling. They feel that their ways are not getting them anywhere. They don't feel fulfilled mentally, physically, or emotionally in any way. And those are things that you kind of put a spark in. You brought light to this person's life, and they feel a void without you, and they want to figure out why that is. This person is trying to be true and just in a way that they did not try before, and they know that that will seem wonky, and it will seem for not, like, you might not give them the time of day, and that could just be that the justice of it all. It's up to you to decide what you want to do in this situation, but this person understands your side. They have been desperate and they want to be pure, and they're trying to figure out if that's even possible. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse again makes me think that they found that the way that they were living before you is no longer satisfying, and they want to see if the change is what they're looking for. The change towards you is what they're looking for right now. So with that, you gotta know I love you.